Hi, this is Greg Klaumenzer and welcome back. This video I'm going to cover the very first of the life skills necessary to have in place to live an extraordinary life. And the key to this principle, and all the principles for that matter, are the simplicity. And it's really important that you don't overlook this concept and life skill. It's definitely something, it's both a concept and a practice to have in place. So the very first principle to have in place is to live a life of total completion. To live a life of total completion. Well, what does that mean? Well, so many people that I've worked with over the years, and one of the things I've noticed is there's so much stuff that's just unresolved in their life. You know, whether that's a parking ticket or they said something to someone that they they wouldn't feel comfortable bumping into. I mean, the list goes on and on and on in terms of things that are unresolved in people's life. In fact, one of the very first things that I have all my clients do is to take one of my coaching assessments, which is called a clean sweep. And a clean sweep identifies 4 major areas of your life where you may actually be unresolved. It looks at your physical environment. What's unresolved in your physical environment? Are things filed away neatly? Proper lighting? Are you living in the place that you really like or enjoy, or are you just settling? It looks at your physical well-being. Have you gone and had a physical, within the last couple years? How are you eating? Are you drinking more than a couple alcoholic beverages a week? If so, these are some indicators that tend to allow people to be incomplete or unresolved. So there's a whole bunch of things. So the very first thing that you can do here is start to look at what is it that you're incomplete with in your physical environment. What is it that you're incomplete with around your own physical well-being? Maybe you're not going to the gym every day. You keep telling yourself you should, but you're not. Maybe you haven't been to the dentist in a long time. The other 2 areas that the clean sweep talks about is financial and relationship. Finances is a huge one that people are actually unresolved in. So this means, anybody that you owe money to, anybody that owes you money, making sure that you're living within your means. Relationships, it's like, are there any relationships that are unresolved? If so, these things are just draining you. It's one of the highest hidden costs of just being an effective human being, is these things that linger from our past. There's a saying that our past is with us until we clean it up. So this concept here may sound simple, but it's so powerful, and that is commit to a life of being complete all the time. And that means don't start a project unless you can complete it. That's a huge one for people. Completion looks like your environment. Make sure that your environment, you don't leave stuff out overnight. Completion means, something as simple as making sure you take the trash out on trash day, rather than it accumulating and stinking up your garage for a week or 2. So incompletions really are what I liken to barnacles on the bottom of a boat. They just slow you down in life. They just drag you and drain you of energy. So this is a pivotal piece and life skill to master, and that is commit to living a life that is resolved. You're always complete. Whatever comes out of your mouth is not going to come back and bite you. This means that you have to be a better communicator, a master communicator, that you're not making comments that may be misunderstood or hurt somebody's feelings, and then it comes back and bites you. Now you've got an unresolved issue in a relationship. So this is a pretty big concept. It's a coaching piece that I work with clients on all the time. And once this is resolved, it's like, now we get to move on. We get to move on to bigger and better things. But they're a huge drain of energy, And unless a person actually resolves a lot of the stuff that's slowing them down, it's really pointless to move on in personal growth and personal development. You're just putting band-aids on things that are unresolved and incomplete. So anyways, go ahead and make a list of 10 or 20 things that you've been putting off or procrastinating, and begin to start handling those right away. And just notice the amount of energy that frees up as a result of that. And once you've completed that, see if you can come up with 10 more. And go for completing and resolving everything in your life. Again, this is Greg Klaumanzer. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be sending out, you should watch the next video, which will talk about the next life skill to have in place in order to live an extraordinary life. Thanks again.